Thank you very much for accepting us here in the embassy. So let's start with the first question. Tell me about Iraq. In what point is now the fight against the Islamic State in Iraq?
Well, the fight is now in a stage where the initiative now is in the hand of the Iraqi army and the Peshmerga. They choose the battle, they choose when to attack them. There was that ISIS, this myth about ISIS is finished. I think we were able to break them. We were able to push them back. The Peshmerga were the first to break that the myth about Daesh. They are unresistible, and they will take all over Iraq. And there were a lot of story about them in Syria too. But now they are on the run. The Iraqi army, they are from the Western Front. They are chasing them. The Kurds has liberated, I would say, 95% of the territory what fell in their hand. Shingar, the last city where the massacre happened, and now in their hand, and the people are slowly going back. So now the battle is for two main cities, which is Mosul. The preparation is there. So we are now in a better position than before.
Good. It is perceived that at this moment Iraq, many analysts say, many foreign media say that Iraq is a dissected country. Do you believe, or are you afraid that this soon is going to be a de facto situation?
There was a concern, yes, we agree. But now the government is intent to stay unified the country. There was a problem, of course, with the Erbil government, but they reached an agreement on that a month ago with the new government, and there was on the budget they reached an agreement. On the oil they reached an agreement as well. So I will say all this accumulated the problem from the previous government. Slowly, it has been dealt with. And the third important thing for the new government, it announced that to have a reconciliation process to bring all the Iraqi together. There are those we have, especially in the western part of the country, they have grievances. And the new government, with the presidents, agreed that they should reach an agreement, and they are working on it.
Do you consider possible the creation of a Kurdish state in the imminent future?
Near future.
In the near future.
Well, I don't see any, let's say, formal demand from the Kurdish part for an independent state. Still, the Kurds declare that they are part of the Iraq Federation, and they are still contributing to the federal and to the national economic wealth of Iraq. There is no, the possibility, of course, is, they don't hide their, the Kurds, they don't hide their wish to become an independent country. It is constitutionally is their right. But that depends on the circumstances. If it happens, I'm talking about if that will happen, I think they wish to have it peacefully with agreement. If that happens, but I don't expect it will be in the near future.
So, as shown by the recent attack in France, the West in Europe is the crosshairs of the jihadists.
Yes.
Where do you believe that this situation will lead?
After what happened in Paris, which we condemn, strongly, and we saw more than 1 million people in that march. what is terrorism means. Terrorism, as we always say, this is not only an Iraqi issue. All along we said it is an international issue. We have all to have to participate. If it doesn't reach this country today, it will reach that country maybe the day after. And it reach Europe, and it will reach other countries. So we have, internationally, we have to cooperate and fight it. Jihadis or, terrorist acts by Al-Qaeda or by ISIS, it is, it's not an imaginary threat, when we have to be very, very frank about it. This is a real one, and it happened in France. Tomorrow it could happen anywhere. As we said alone, as long as maybe it was last year it was Iraq, it will be now Syria as well, and in Yemen, and you could say that there is, and it happened in part of Africa as well, and yes, I won't be surprised if it happened in other capital in Europe or elsewhere. So we have to be very careful about it, because if we do not control it, then we will have, unfortunately, maybe a religious war or something. So I think the world understands the situation very well, and we need to act of it. We need not to talk about it. It's not so, well, it doesn't concern me. I don't have Muslim community or any other religion here. It's not about that. It's about terrorism, and we need to nail it down.